For the last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat 'em up, we're covering the Hyperstone Heist, which came out exclusively for the Sega Genesis near the same time as Turtles in Time did for the Super Nintendo. This is basically the same game, however, it does have some changes, but otherwise it's basically the same concept with the story, the same combat, the same art, but it does have some alterations, especially due to the limitations of the console, that is the Genesis. Yet it doesn't hold it back from being a decent fun time. In fact, I was having fun throughout my playthrough till about the 4th level, where everything turned to hell. So let's finish up this series of TMNT beat-em-ups with the Hyperstone Heist for Sega Genesis, which of course will start out with the plot of the game. The plot is basically Turtles in Time, where Shredder and Crane steal the Statue of Liberty, except this time Shredder doesn't use time travel shenanigans and stuff. Instead, he uses the Hyperstone, some sort of powerful stone that lets him manipulate objects as he takes things and make them into small figurines or something. He then challenges the Turtles to come and face him, probably so he can say, "So I can dine on turtle soup." It's so predictable at this point. I mean, seriously, it's the same old shtick. You played one TMNT game or watched one single episode of the shows, you know what's to expect at this point. The controls are pretty smooth given it's Turtles in Time but downgraded to work on the Genesis, and 10 does what Sega don't. So yeah, you do have all the usual stuff from TMNT 4. The only thing that was removed, I guess due to technical reasons according to what I can find out, was the screen throw attack. You can no longer toss the Foot Clan at the screen, which is a sad omission as I enjoyed throwing the ninjas at the screen. But other than that, everything else from TMNT 4 is here. In turn meaning, you cannot change your turtle till you lose all your lives and use up a continue, which will start you at the beginning of the level you died on. I'm not a fan of this change and prefer TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project's concept of if you lose all your health before you respawn, you can switch to a different turtle, and each had their own unique special attack. Alas, it is what it is. To begin, you select your turtle of choice. Obviously, I'm picking Mikey, and we start out in the sewers. Oh, yeah, okay. As the Foot Clan come after you near your home, and we make our way to the streets above. Along the way, we'll encounter all the traditional various Foot Clan members. Orange are the first ones this time, which is strange, as it's usually the purple guys. We also have the blue guys with weapons and those annoying electrocuting robots that like to ensnare you in their lasso and then fry you, coming straight out of the ground. I did not miss these guys during my break before playing this game and making this review. We have explosive barrels down here and pizzas to recover health. Yellowfoot appear as the weapon throwing guys this time, and we make our way to the surface, taking out dozens of foot, using the hydrants as weapon, and getting run over by a trap car, cause you know, the developer had to place the pizza that heal you in front of the car, so you can't just get the health without punishment. The classic power-up appears too, so we can spin attack the foot, which I always felt like these were a little too short to be worthwhile. They last about as long as a Nintendo Virgin in bed with a porn star. We eventually make our way back into the sewers to fight more Foot Clan members before getting to the first boss of the game. Obviously, it's Leatherhead. The best choice for a sewer boss fight, huh? Yeah. Oh well, he's not that tough, and once beaten, he has to diss the Turtles one last time before blowing up. And of course, the game already sucks. The second level is a surfing level. This is a mandatory requirement for each game, I guess. Ugh, I hate these things. It's so hard to pinpoint the right spot to hit things, and all my toe traps don't help. Foot easily swarm you and knock you back with ankle biter bots now flying in the air and swarming you. Jesus Christ. Way to ruin the joy I was having at first, Konami. But things are not over as we move on to the ghost ship. Ooh, spooky, huh? Well, at least the music is kick-ass. Like, holy shit. Why is the Genesis sound chip just rocking it out of nowhere? This is definitely the best tune in the entire game. Purple ninjas make a return finally. Hello, old friends. Ready to get a concussion? I know you are. Just fight the same old foot before encountering the classic rock guys from the other games. They love to charge you from off screen to ensure you get hit and cannot dodge them in time. Plus, they brought back the rocket launchers. Oh goody, just what I need, Konami. Some PTSD after just completing the third game. Wait, the level is still going on? Yeah, apparently level 2 is a gauntlet-long level of 3 sections. Ocean, ghost ship, and a cave. With just more of the same old enemies. We even got the gray ninjas back with their blocking ability. I honestly hate these guys, and it's also hard to hit them, and when several of them swarm you at once, you're trying to hit one of them, and then the other comes out of nowhere and hits you from behind. They are so annoying. Eventually, we get to the end, after 7 minutes basically. Yeesh. To fight Rocksteady. Oh boy, are we just going to have the same old rehash of bosses, guys? I hope not. At least TMNT 3 did give us 2 new ones, and those pathetic giant ankle biter bots with foot controlling them. But yeah, Rocksteady uses a gun, and does his invincible charge constantly, making it hard to land a single hit on him. But he is not the most annoying boss. Oh no, we got a few more to go, folks, and they are far, far worse than Rocksteady could ever hope to be.
Cowabunga!
Moving on to level 3, we enter Shredder's hideout. Along the way, we get the usual foot throwing stuff, using the shields, attacking us with weapon leaps, and the electrocuting bots have to come back. Yay! But also Foot are coming from underground, using the pathway stones like they would with the manhole covers, chucking them at you, and creating holes that you can fall in and lose health. Once inside, the game's difficulty starts to pick up. with AI becoming more aggressive. Traps like TMNT 2's wall floor spikes, and lots of enemies swarming you. Oh, and the ankle biter bots are back in large quantity too. Oh good, I was beginning worried that I wouldn't be able to enjoy this game at all. Thanks Konami. Hi ankle biter bots. I oh so missed you. We even got wall statues shooting lasers and pink ninjas coming out of nowhere shooting fire breath at us before running off before we could actually hit them. Yeah, okay. Okay, game. Okay. But then the boss is Tatsu, who is easily the worst boss in the game. He takes forever to defeat while throwing non-stop darts at you, which pushes you back to the other side of the screen, and if you try to jump attack him, it will make you go flying back. If you try to dodge them, they will make you go flying back. Oh, and the entire time too, as you get hit non-stop by these darts getting pushed to the other side of the screen so you can't run up and hit Tatsu, he has his Foot Clan ninjas swarming you. So every time you take them out, they swarm you again. Just non-stop Foot Clan, non-stop darts, and this guy's health is actually the largest out of all the bosses. What the fuck, Konami?
Cowabunga!
But things get worse, folks. We make it to level 4, rightfully called the Gauntlet. Oh god, is it one of the worst levels in these TMNT games by far. Just non-stop enemies, and you have to face every single boss you defeated previously again, all within a single playthrough. If you die, start all over again. So you fight Leatherhead, Rocksteady, and Tatsu before fighting more hordes of enemies, with hordes of enemies in between each boss, with the last boss being, well, I don't know yet. I got killed here and decided, alright, I'm not playing this one legit either. We're using infinite lives after losing to Tatsu, the cheap bitch. Now we're back as Leonardo, and with infinite lives to ensure we can get through this level without going insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain! The final boss is Razar? No. Toka? No. Groundchuck? No. An original character? No. It's Baxter in human form in his flying machine, dropping non-stop hordes of ankle biters, like in TMNT 2 in the sewer. Oh. Yeah, okay Konami, you really don't want me to enjoy this game at all now, do you? Yeah, and trying to hit him is near impossible with him swaying all over the place and moving very fast. This fight took several minutes, just cause you can only land one hit out of every 500 you try on this bastard, along with getting swarmed by the ankle bots. Cause the moment they leap at you, you better hope you can jump away from them, cause they will always hit you and attack you. And if you get locked into a stun, where if one hits you, then the next leaps and attacks you, you can't do anything but let them kill you. This is definitely the second worst boss behind Tatsu. Tatsu is still the worst overall. Finally, after taking forever, like a trip to the DMV or Secretary of State, depending on where you live, I guess, we make it to the Technodrome. Here, it's everything we faced up to this point. All the Foot Clan members appear, all the robots appear, the rocket guys are back, traps are everywhere. It's just another gauntlet of non-stop enemies before we get to the end. Even those annoying little capsule bots just had to come back. Eventually, the second to last boss shows up, with it being Crane. I mean, who else would the second to last boss be in a TMNT game at this point? Casey Jones? Bitch, please. The level continues on with a lift sing. Because the Genesis does not have that one chip that makes the Super Nintendo allow for the warping effect, the way the lift works here is very trippy, and I honestly felt a bit sick for some reason partway through this part of the game, which rarely ever happened in my life playing video games. After we get off the lift, we face Shredder in his Super Shredder state. No more enemies, just straight to Shredder. Okay, well, I guess thanks Konami for not going so balls deep inside my ass for once. Next time, could you use just a little bit more lube? Shredder does everything again with fire, lasers, and burning, so you can't touch him. And once again, Shredder's easily the weakest boss in the entire game. Shouldn't the last boss be the strongest? Whatever. Once defeated, the statue comes back with the game mocking you for not beating it on the hardest difficulty for the best ending, with Splinter even looking at you like, ha, sucks to be you right now, bitch. Okay game, fuck you. At the end of the day, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Hyperstone Heist was a decent experience, with some drawbacks like the more limited combat and difficulty spikes, especially with the 4th level, the gauntlet clearly being a form of padding due to the more limited space on a Genesis cartridge to give the game some sort of more artificial value. I honestly would have enjoyed this game more if that level was just scrapped instead. But also, the inability to switch between turtles when you die was definitely a disappointment. And the reuse of assets from TMNT 4 Turtles in Time also helped create this more of been there, done that feeling for me, as I expected something different given it's a different console, plus it's not a numbered sequel akin to TMNT 2 the arcade game and TMNT the Manhattan Project, where you do expect some sameness. Either way, it was a decent fun time, and I do recommend TMNT the Hyperstone Heist for the Sega Genesis. It's not the worst TMNT game I've played, but it's also not the best. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.
Ah!